Welcome back, Summoners, to Potato Monsters League of Legends Top 5 Plays, and man, do we have an awesome episode ready for you today, loaded with a sweet bonus clip from our friend the Peace Pigeon. After that, we have a special announcement to make regarding another channel called Jump in the Pack, so please stick around for that. Starting things off at our number 5 play, we have Sub-Zero and Azir with a clutch early game play to turn a losing fight. Right off the bat, we see him headed into the jungle towards the friendly Vayne who's been caught out, choosing to teleport in to get there faster. As soon as he gets there, he gets CC'd by the cocoon, but right after we see an amazing E into his ultimate to isolate the enemy tanks. The friendly Nunu flashed forward and started channeling Absolute Zero to zone the carries and buy time for Azir and friends to focus the enemy team's front line. Both Jarvan and Thresh get killed before any backup can help them, and since blue team is out of tanks, Elise is a sitting duck and becomes the next victim. Thanks to the dual efforts between Nunu and Azir, they were able to split up the enemy team for an easy team fight and 3-for-1. Coming in at our number 4 spot is Manatee Joe and Orianna, synergizing really well with Rengar to bamboozle the enemy team. Thanks to an early group, Joe is forced to back off and lose the tower, but with Rengar coming in, she sticks around. The ball goes on him as he finds the bunched up enemy team for a massive wombo engage, instantly getting 2. He doesn't take much damage thanks to the added resistances from the ball and his W as he bursts down Zyra for the double. Rengo slowly moves away from Zyra, dodging her passive as Orianna shields, and then together they all in mouths, racing him to the kill to make it a 4-for-0.
Blue team's turret.
Our number 3 play takes us to the bot lane with Kick to the face playing none other than Lee Sin. When things go sour, he decides to peace out by queuing to Gromp, but now that he's in the enemy jungle, he wards and meets up with his ally Yasuo. The enemy team continue chasing him, but since Lee Sin is strong at this point in the game, he looks for a quick pick. The tidal wave comes in, but a great wind wall denies it, and then Lee Sin activates Resonating Strike into a ward jump as we pause it here. We can see that Kha'Zix is mid-jump to where Lee Sin was before he ward jumped, allowing Lee Sin to line up an incredible kick to the face on Xerath that collides into both of his teammates and sets up Yasuo beautifully. Lee snipes out the bug with his Q, and his teammates clean up the rest of the fight, resulting in a 3-for-0 plus dragon to top it off.
Blue team double kill.
Flying his way into second place for this week is Major Havoc on Thresh with an insane escape. In the beginning, we see Thresh and Kalista get collapsed on, and as they retreat, we see a great play on Nocturne to break the fear tether. Thresh goes in off of Kalista's ult, and the Nocturne ult as Thresh gets surrounded, but quick thinking leads him to Q over the wall, pulling himself out of harm's way and back to his tier 3 tower for the kill. Despite the GP ult, Orianna's shield plus the Lantern shield is just barely enough to get him out of there as the fight diffuses. Let's take another look at that play, but this time in slow motion. Watch carefully as the Flay pushes Nocturne far enough back to ruin his fear on Kalista, and then she ults Thresh to save him from the Death Lotus. After landing the triple knockup, they both auto Katarina to proc Kalista's W and burst her down, but then Thresh gets completely surrounded and still manages to find a way out when things are looking grim. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Advanced 808 on Yasuo, and I wanted to throw a shout out to the friendly Gnar in this play as well. The enemy team recognize that they're split up and get a good engage on the carries, leaving Yasuo and Gnar floating around in their jungle. Once Lucian dies, the enemy team starts to back up for the mid-tier 1, but they know Yasuo is lurking, but what they don't know is that he has company. Gnar jumps over, slamming them into the wall, and then Yasuo's ultimate completely crushes them for 2 kills right off the bat. They split up in every which way, and as Gnar finishes off Nami, Yasuo takes off after Ahri, eventually bringing her down a few moments later. In a dead-even game where things could go either way, it's timing and on-the-fly decision-making that turn what looked like a disaster into a 4-for-1 in red team's favor. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have OBC with a perfectly synergized triple snipe.
Ready, set, go.
Really? Chopping fucking.
Oh
my god, snipes! That's synergy number 1. That's like, holy shit.
Thanks again to the Peace Pigeon for making that completely unnecessary but still awesome over edit for the bonus clip. If you guys want to check out more of their content, then click on the annotation on your screen or visit the description box down below. So as you guys heard at the start of this video, I wanted to bring up something about Jump in the Pack, but to your surprise, maybe it's unrelated to his channel. Chris, who is the owner of Jump in the Pack and our channel, got off to a bad start some few years ago, and in the eyes of the community, we've been rivals since the start. Without dragging things on for too long, I'll cut to the chase. Chris's wife just recently found out out she has a large malignant sarcoma growing in her arm. And for those of you that don't know, that's essentially a cancerous tumor and it needs immediate attention. So finding this out is terrible news, but it gets even worse because she's roughly 19 weeks pregnant, so the sarcoma needs to be removed now. Because of this, he's taking a break from video content to travel with her to focus on treating it, the surgery, rehab for the muscles, etc. From one content creator to another, I really respect all that Chris has done for our community. His content is amazing and I want nothing more than to see him return to making more videos after getting everything sorted out with his family. With all this being said, if you guys want to donate any sort of money to him and his family, I'll put a link to the fundraising page down below. There's also more information on that page about exactly what happened and what the money will go to. For some reason, this story didn't gather much attention in the league scene, and for all the great and free content he has on his channel, I think the community should show him nothing but love during these hard times. Alright, so one last thing before I go. To end things on a happier note, we want to give away 5 free skill capped accounts to random people who comment. So drop a comment down below letting me know what your thoughts are on the recent announcement to remove DFG from the game. DFG has always been a really fun item to use on assassins, and part of me is sad to see it go, but I'm also really excited to see what new freedoms this gives Riot to modify old AP assassins like LeBlanc. So drop a comment, and 2 days from now I'll pick 5 comments at random to award accounts to. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Skillcap.com is a brand new platform in League of Legends that contains in-depth video guides tailored to maximize your skill set in the quickest way possible. Skillcap has hundreds of guides for League of Legends made by Diamond 1 and higher players, with up to 200 new guides coming out every month. Our platform will always be up to date with the meta and updated with patches. Sign up now and experience Skillcapped for yourself.